One very common deficiency we see are splits. Asphalt built up roofs are prone to splitting where there's any kind of differential movement on the substrate under the roof membrane. So that can be in the structural building system, maybe like at an expansion joint that wasn't accounted for in the roof. And then the membrane is literally just being pulled apart. It's under stress with the underlying roof moving in different directions. Can also happen at or in conjunction with the roof flashing components where the membrane is installed across a lap in, say, edge metals, and that edge metal heats and expands in the sun and tears it apart. We're going to actually see a photo of that a little bit later with Mod Bit because it does the same thing. So as you might imagine, this is a long-term issue and does not happen suddenly. Blisters are common installation deficiency we see with built-up roofs. That graphic on the right is kind of supposed to represent a built-up roof construction with all those multiple layers sitting on top of that insulation board. Blisters form when there's any kind of void in that layered system. Maybe some water vapor that gets encapsulated during as far back as the installation process, or water that enters the roof system or the roof assembly after a leak. Maybe we've had an installation defect, a maintenance issue, maybe even we had some damage that occurred. So blisters are usually too small to be confused with hail damage. And also there's no fracture to the membrane or anything like that. So kind of compare some of these with asphalt shingles, the way we evaluate those. Now on to our most common issue we see with these types of roofs, and that's just general deterioration over time, which can also be referenced as wear and tear, right? As we called it in the insurance world. This roof is obviously in terrible condition. Biggest factor here is the advanced age and the UV exposure issue we spoke of earlier. This shows the asphalt as it gets brittle over time, it hardens, it's attacked by those UV rays. You can see the elastomeric coating's missing off this one now. They never reapplied it. So in this dramatic photo, you see sort of like alligator cracking in the surface. Asphalt is that was once a lot more flexible. It was probably flat and uniform. Now it's broken down, started to break apart and separate and shrink. Deterioration accelerates when the roofing felts or plies become exposed and water intrusion starts to occur. And you can kind of see that in this photo. But let's make a note on this, and I think this is important. Initially, this looks really bad, right? But keep in mind that these built-up roofs have 4 or more layers of asphalt and felt. So even if we start to see this level of deterioration on the surface, we're not immediately going to expect to see a roof leak at all these areas, right? But we do know they're going to be coming in the future if we don't take action.